Awesome. So Ben, do you want to give a quick introduction for all the merchants who may be watching this back later?
Yeah, absolutely. So Ford Lawrence is going to be moving forward with our Shop Local, Shop Lawrence e-gift card. This program, which Tyson will explain here shortly, is a program to try to keep local dollars in the local community. It's a completely free program to you and a free program to us. As long as you have the ability to run a MasterCard, we should be able to try to keep more of those dollars here in the community. So Tyson, if you would just walk through your presentation now, it'd be great.
Yeah, absolutely. So my name is Tyson. I'm EFD's Community Engagement Manager. So essentially my role is to make sure that your guys' program runs successfully as possible. So throughout this webinar, we'll really be diving into what this program looks like for you specifically, the merchants. So that's kind of what we're going to be going over. I'll go ahead and share my screen now so we can jump into it. Alrighty. All right, so like I mentioned before, this is specifically your guys' the merchants' involvement on this program. So hopping right into it here. So what this program actually is, so it's a digital gift card program, and of all the community cards in your guys' area, they're only redeemable at your participating merchants within this program. So if I have a card for Lawrence and I go try to spend on Amazon, it's just going to decline. So the whole point here is all these funds are kept at these local small businesses. So they're redeemed as virtual MasterCards, and you get paid the same as if it was a normal MasterCard credit card. So nothing changes for you there. It's completely free for you to participate into this program. There's no startup fees, there's no cancellation fees, nothing like that. There's absolutely no cost. And like I mentioned, there's a limited amount of participants. So only the invited local merchants are able to participate in your program and to be able to redeem these funds on the cards. It's super easy to implement, so it works with any POS system, provided you can accept virtual MasterCards, and there's no special equipment or integration provided. All you have to do to enroll is run an activation card, which we'll get into here in a second. So what this actually means for you. So of course, it's similar to gift card programs in that it's, a gift card itself, but there's additional benefits that you'll receive just in being a part of the program. So first, additional foot traffic. So we have the ability and we procure large bulk orders. Our sales team does for your community, getting new money onto these cards, which will be funds that you would have never seen before because they're spent oftentimes for employee rewards and things like that. So with that, you're getting additional foot traffic to your store. Now we see an average 30% over expenditure on the value of each card. So you're seeing an additional amount of revenue, even more than what you'll see in redemptions. So let's say, for example, you've redeemed $1,000. Now you can see that based on the reportings we can provide you, but what you don't see is that hidden metric of that 30% on average over expenditure. So an extra $300 that the customers are spending in your store just for the main fact that they're participating in the program. Now, secondly, there's a 50, or what we found through surveys that we've run on these programs is the immense amount of collaborative growth among the small businesses in the community. So we see 51%, pardon me? All right, so we see 51% of card holders in your area are trying new businesses that they've never been to before. So if you're participating on the program, you're not going to see your same regular customers coming into your store just using a different form of payment method. You're also going to be seeing new customers, new foot traffic, and of course, new opportunities to make those regular customers. So this is how you join onto the program. So it's as simple as running an activation card, which is this 10-cent MasterCard right here. So super, super simple. You'll receive this activation card in your email from Yifty. So of course, make sure you check your spam folder. Now, if you don't receive it or you need additional ones, just contact support@yifty.com. So you're just going to manually enter the activation card's number, the expiration, and the CVV. And when you do that, you're enrolling into the program and agreeing to the merchant agreement. So just so you guys are aware, after this webinar, we'll send you out this recording. You'll also receive this presentation, which you can click into all these different links and resources to make sure you have everything you need there. So you need to run an activation card for every POS system in your business if they have different POS identifying numbers. So again, if you switch POS systems, they're going to have those different ID numbers. So you're going to have to run a new activation card. So again, if you need another one, you just contact support@yifty.com. So within 24 hours of running your activation card, you're going to see your business on the map of participating businesses for your sales page. Now you see here, it's a 10-cent MasterCard transaction you're running. Now, Sometimes we have POS systems who have a dollar minimum. So if that's the case, you're going to go ahead and run it for $1. Now it's going to decline, of course, because 10 cents isn't enough to cover that full dollar, but we'll still be able to gather the information we need to enroll you into the program. All right, so now you've activated onto the program. So now what does it look like to redeem these cards in your store? So it's the same thing. So you see somebody has this one is Downtown Dayton's program. So you click in to see their voucher. Now this is what the consumer is going to see on their card. Now right up here, the authorized for up to amount, that updates in real time. So when a customer shows you their card here, you can see the exact balance that's on that card. So you just want to make sure you're not overcharging it. So again, same thing as running the activation card. You just manually enter the 16-digit code, the expiration and the CVV into your POS system, and MasterCard is going to validate that transaction immediately. Now, like I mentioned, the current balance is reflected on the card here. So you want to make sure you're not charging more, because of course, if the funds don't cover the transaction, it's just going to decline. Now, you do not want to use these for tips unless it's authorized with the bill. The reason being, a lot of times we see increased amount of human error and somebody not realizing, hey, if I have a $25 card and a $30 bill, of course, my $25 can be put towards that, if I have a $30 bill but a $25 card and I try to tip on it, it's going to be over the amount I have authorized, in which case it's going to go ahead and decline. So that's why unless the tip is authorized with the bill, you don't want to accept tips on the card. So you can also split the bill between this gift card and another payment method. So again, you're just making sure that you're not charging more than the gift balance. So this is the same thing. Let's say if I have a $20 bill and I have, a $15 in cash, I go ahead and put $15 towards that transaction and then cover the rest of it with $5 from my downtown card. I could go ahead and do it that way. And again, you're just going to be paid the same way you would with any other MasterCard transaction. So nothing changes for you there. So you may see printed vouchers come into your store. So it's the same thing as any other, digital card like this. So you go ahead and enter the 16-digit code, the expiration, and CVV. So of course, the authorized for up to amount isn't going to be real time because it's a printed piece of paper. So you can either scan or ask the customer to scan this QR code here, just to ensure that the actual balance is enough to cover that transaction. Now, so you've enrolled onto the program, you understand how to accept these redemptions, but you want to make sure all of your employees throughout your entire business understands how to accept these redemptions, so your customers always having a good experience. So you can have this one pager you can take from right here, and we have a couple more that you can print out and post around your establishment just to make sure all the employees are up to date. Now you want to make this gift card redemption process part of your normal onboarding for new employees, just so they're aware that they're participating in this program. And we kind of advise quarterly. You want to make sure that you are training up your employees and making sure they're all up to date on how to redeem these cards. Again, just making sure your customer is going to have a good experience. Here's all those documents you can print off and post them around your business for your employees to see. And we also have this merchant training video that you can send out to your employees. It just shows them visually what it looks like to accept these redemptions. Again, making sure they're trained up on it and everything's set for a good customer experience. Alrighty, so up to this point, you should be aware of why this program, is a good thing. It can work for you guys and you'll see a good amount of business from it. You should have activated onto the program and your employees should be trained up on how to accept these redemptions. So the only thing left to do is promote and market your business to get more redemptions. So more card sales obviously means more business for you. The more funds that go onto this program, the more funds you are able to redeem at your business. So you want to spread the word about the program in store. We have different, window clings, table tents you can pop up for, sitting seats and stuff in your restaurant. You can send emails to your customer mailing list, listed on your website and social media. We have different links that you can refer your actual website viewers over to the sales pitch, because again, more card sales means more business for you as well. So as much exposure that we can gather to this program as possible means more business for everybody participating on the program. So here's what I mentioned with the actual signage in store. So I'm not sure if you guys have ordered any. Now, if you would like to, you can reach out to your organizer and see if that's something you guys are going to be pursuing. If not, we have templates that you could use here where you can customize it real easily, put in your graphics and things like that, and then print it out and slap it up in your shop. Now, we also have a bunch of different social media templates where you can post promotions for the actual program on your social media accounts. And we also recommend that you utilize your customer email list because, of course, this is one of your key forms of communication with your customer base. So make sure you're regularly reaching out and promoting the program over that as well. Now, lastly, you've been marketing and everything for the program. So the last thing that you can kind of do to make sure you're getting more redemptions is give customers a reason beyond just their awareness that you're on the program, something else that gives them an additional incentive to redeem these cards at your location. So first is discounts. So you can offer discounts on products, services, or experiences for purchases made with the card. Right? This could be, anybody who redeems one of the Lawrence Ford gift cards can have, 5% off their total order. So again, this program is completely free for you to take part in. And what that means is you're able to kind of structure these incentives however you'd like. Now, secondly, is you can host giveaways. So host giveaways for community events and purchases made with the card in your store. So what we see a lot of times is there'll be they do like a shop small Saturday. Some businesses we've seen where the third person who redeems their local community gift card in that store, they're going to get, 50% off their entire transaction, something like that. Limited offers. So you can create limited offers to increase redemptions at peak seasons and when promotions are offered. So what's really cool about this program is our sales team is procuring large bulk orders onto your program from big enterprises, corporations, organizations. It's oftentimes universities, hospitals, and large corporations and things like that. So in the form of employee rewards. So again, these are funds that you would never seen before because they're spent on other things like Amazon gift cards or just gifts for their employees. And now when we procure these big bulk orders, they're directly going onto the cards for these programs, which again is redeemed just at your area. So in instances where we have these big bulk orders, you'll receive an email saying, hey, a large $25,000 order was just placed on your program. Now you know, hey, that's a peak time. So you want to make sure you're reaching out, you're promoting on social media, you're hitting your mailing list and making sure you're having limited offers and things like that to increase those redemptions when there's those large catalysts of amount of surplus of funds going onto the program at one time. Now, lastly, you can offer exclusive deals. So offering customers exclusive deals, access, or experiences when they're redeeming their card at your store. So for example, what we've seen in the past, there might be a restaurant who has really nice outdoor space. Well, once a week they may do, hey, for dinner every Friday or something, if you're redeeming your community card or the Lawrence Ford community card, you're going to be able to have access to the patio. And that's the only thing that you can do for that night to be able to get access to it. So it adds an exclusivity factor to your participation in the program, and of course, gets your customers engaged with it as well. So a couple of frequently asked questions we see a lot for merchants. I'm gonna run through these real quick. So if you need any support at all, you can contact support@efd.com. So we have pretty prompt email support from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Pacific time. I believe that's around 9 to midnight on Eastern. Now, if you are a card holder, just enter your 16-digit card number as well, just so we can help you a little bit quicker. So our support team, a lot of times we see people get a little bit upset because we don't have a phone line, but our email support team are absolute rock stars. They have an average response rate of 3 minutes and an average resolution rate of 5 minutes. You could even test them out if you want. They're absolute rock stars down there. They get everything fixed, lickety split. So are there any fees? So like we mentioned, the community card program is completely free for merchants. So the only thing you will see is your regular MasterCard card not present fee. So it's roughly, we see half to a full % higher than your normal credit card processing fee, which to put into perspective is around 25 to 50 cents higher on a $50 purchase. So again, that's not in addition to your credit card processing fee, that's in replacement of it. And we've seen it where the actual fee, we've seen it down to 0.2%. Higher than normal credit card processing fee. So this is a little bit of an exaggeration just to make sure you guys are comfortable and aware that that's a fee you're going to be seeing as well. Now, how do you get the card balance? So like we showed you earlier, the digital cards on phones, so it can't be a screenshot or anything like that. They always show the current balance. So if you have a printed or photo, you can check the balance using the QR code on the printout, or of course, you can do it the old fashioned way, going to efd.com and entering your 16-digit card number. So if the card is declined, we see it if you try to charge more than the available balance on the card. So again, if I have $20 on my card and I'm trying to buy something worth $25, I don't have enough funds, so it's going to decline. So that's why you'll do that split form with 2 forms of payment method, where I originally do the first $20 on the card and then cover the remaining $5 on some other form of payment. Now, it will also be declined if you change your POS system or your credit card processor. Again, you can just contact support@eFT.com and we'll send you out another activation card. So if there isn't enough money on the card, again, that's you split the bill instance here. So enter the card balance first, process it, then ask for another credit card or cash or something to cover the remainder. Now, how do you know how much business you're getting? So what's really cool is you get paid like you would any other MasterCard transaction. So you're getting paid same day, the same as you would any other credit card. So you want to look for transactions starting with 519975. So that's what identifies it as a Yifty card. Or you can simply ask your program organizer or email support@yifty.com, tell them your business name and the program you're a part of, and we'll send you a copy of the report for your redemptions you've been able to take on the program. So lastly, how are you protected from fraud? So when we issue a card, we completely guarantee that it's valid as long as you're not charging more than the available balance. So we assume all fraud risk upon card purchase. So there's no liability or anything on your guys' side. So that's pretty much everything in our webinar today. Just to kind of go over everything. So the program, the key points are it's completely free for you to participate in. Our team is working to gather a large amount of funds on these programs for you to be able to redeem at your business. So you're seeing more foot traffic, more customers, and again, more revenue. So first is just activating onto the program, training your employees to make sure they can accept and adequately take these redemptions. And then lastly, marketing and promoting your participation in this program. So I'd like to point out that this is not industry specific by any means. So one of our programs, I believe, is down in Virginia. I was just on a merchant webinar with last week. Their leading redeemer on this program has redeemed over $85,000 this year alone, and they're a computer repair shop. So the knee-jerk reaction for a lot of merchants is, hey, I'm not a restaurant or I'm not some kind of like beverage business or anything like that. This doesn't seem like something that would work for me. That's absolutely not the case. So regardless of what your industry is, you will be able to accept redemptions and be able to see a large amount of revenue increase due to this program itself, as long as you're putting in the time and effort into it, marketing it, and things like that. So the program really gives you what you put into it. So I implore you to get engaged with it, start promoting it, and you'll see the same kind of successes that we've seen with past programs. So I'd love to open it up for any questions for anybody, any merchants who are on the call now, see if we can get anything addressed. Any questions or anything like that? Everybody all set?
Tyson, I have one. So how long does it take for a merchant to get signed up and be able to activate the cards?
Yep, once they run that activation card, it may take up to 24 hours, never past 24 hours, but typically you can go ahead and back on your sales page, refresh the page, and you'll see yourself listed on the map. Again, it may be up to 24 hours, but once you see yourself listed on the map and the little list next to it, you're going to be able to accept redemptions at that very second.
You also spoke about opportunities for merchants to provide, discounts or other things to entice people to spend their shop local, shop Lawrence dollars at their businesses. How would they go about setting that up?
So there's absolutely nothing they have to do in regards to the program side of things. So that's specific to their business. So they can just have any other promotion the same way as they may do, hey, a buy one, get one free appetizers or something tonight. You can integrate it with your business and your promotions the same way. Just a specific thing being when you redeem the Lawrence County gift card. Awesome. Any other questions? All right, we'll go ahead and end the recording here.